All right, listen up, brothers. It is late at night right now, and I just came back from my vacation. Okay, so there's a couple of things I want to go over. I gotta be kind of quiet. It's kind of late, but you know, this video's for you if you feel guilty. First of all, for going on a vacation and not being able to do work. Like, I know a lot of you are on self improvement and watch other YouTubers, blah, blah, blah. You know, you meditate, you do all the good stuff. Now you probably have some sort of productive work that you feel guilty for not doing, for not growing on, right? If you're a part of that category, or if you're a part of the category that feels like you can't enjoy vacation for the life of you, watch this, okay? Listen, there's a couple reasons that this applies to self-improvement. You're probably like, bro, what the hell, why are you making a video over this? Like, how is this even relevant to self-improvement, right? How is this relevant to bettering yourself? Like, what does vacations have anything to do with that? It's because, well, listen, simple answer is it does, because it's kind of like your recovery slash guilt-free period to really just enjoy yourself and enjoy the scarcity of that event slash moment in life and be present, so you can really enjoy what life has to like offer and give to you, right? Because a lot of this hustle culture shit makes it really hard for most of us to be like, sit down and enjoy the present moment somewhere and like go on vacation with our loved ones. Like, it makes it very, very difficult. So and our family made this mistake. We made the mistake of having so many places to go with such little time that it felt like a burden. Now, of course, the place we were traveling was like on mountains and shit, so like, it was bumpy rides. It was like really long drives as well. So 95% of it was drive, like time spent on drives, and then 5% of our time was spent on the actual scenery, which, don't get me wrong, was lovely, but it was almost like we're just running, like we had no time to breathe. You know what I mean? So I think you should really give yourself fewer spots to go to and more time to stay, and make it a spot you'd actually want to go to, right, for vacation. And that way you can stay and breathe. Like, you could relax. It's your time to kind of recover slash enjoy the present moment and the scarcity of the moment and the events and the people that you're enjoying them like with, right? Like, it's to enjoy all that, bro. And you know a lot of us feel guilty for not working, and you kind of got to tell your mind that this is like recovery, and this is like, you've earned this to some capacity, right? If you keep working, you have to be train your mind, and you have to train it consciously. I always say this. It's not like some, oh, okay, Shay, wow, I didn't think of that. It's not that easy. So you have to consciously train your mind to be like, okay, I'm in this position right now where I feel like I could be working, could be doing more, but I'm not, and I'm like here like enjoying myself, and I'm not really getting to enjoy myself because I'm burdening myself with work. Okay, we have to train our mind to think, look, this is not time off work. This is time of rest and recovery so that I can come back better and stronger at work. You know? And maybe if you really like working that much, you could find a way to compromise and work on your vacation. Like, I kind of am. I like working, so I don't really mind. But, for a lot of us, we feel guilty for not doing it. And I definitely do sometimes as well. So you kind of have to have this like on and off system of, okay, work mode on, which right now for me is like work mode on. Okay. And then usually I wouldn't do it around this time. Side note, usually I wouldn't do it around this time because it's kind of late. I just came back from my vacation, but I thought I'd make a video, right, immediately addressing my stay. But usually work mode is on in the morning for me, and I just turn work mode on in my mind. It's like a mental framework. It's like, okay, I'm gonna work these first few hours of the day, most productive hours of my day, most calm hours of my day, so I can get my work done. Okay, once I'm done with my work time off, now I can enjoy my vacation with my cousins, because I love talking to my cousins. I love spending time with like the family here. So I don't want to take time away from that, right? And be regretful in the future that I didn't spend time with them because I was working all the time. Because you see all these people on their deathbeds and they're like, bro, I wish I spent more time with my family, things like that. And none of them say, I wish I worked more, right? Even though it is the masculine thing to be on your purpose and work, right? Understand that you have to take these scarce times to enjoy the time that you have, because you're just not gonna get it back. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's cliche for a reason, right? So you have to understand that. And then secondly, the second thing I was gonna address was, so the first one is like you feel guilty, right? You feel guilty for not working. The second one is more so you feel like it's not a vacation. You feel like you're rushing, and it just doesn't feel that way. So it could be for many reasons. One of my reasons used to be I used to fantasize a lot about how if I was with someone different, I could enjoy my vacations more. Like with a partner, I could enjoy my vacations more than I would with my family. It's like you have to think, well, I'm not gonna. All I'm going to be doing in the future is spending time with my partner on vacation. So all the time I have right now is to spend with my family, right? And it's not like I won't do that, spend time with my family afterwards, but like the kind of family I have right now and the kind of people they are right now, this is the only time I have to spend with them, right? This gate keeps moving, but this is the only time I have to spend with them right now, with this versions of these people in this moment. So you have to think like that, and that's like that just tells you how rare of a moment it is, and how rare every moment then becomes, and how scarce it becomes when you're spending it with time with your loved ones. So even if it's hard to get along with your loved ones at times, it happens, but you have to understand, like, again, you have to rid your mind of that guilt that you feel for spending time here and like enjoying yourself, rather than doing some sort of work. It's all in the mind, I think, because some of us are more on the productive side, and we're just like, oh, if I'm not like working on something or doing something like that, then it's like, bro, I just don't feel productive. Others of us are not on that side, but we still might not necessarily enjoy our vacations. It's because, there might be practical things. We're like rushing through our vacations too much. We're not taking time to relax. We're not going to the right places that would make it feel like a rest recovery area to, bring us back to max productivity, give us that boost finally, like, because we're all humans at the end of the day, right? But I mean, even if you are pursuing your purpose and it's something that you can endlessly and relentlessly pursue, like at the end of the day, we need to stop this mentality of like work all the time. Like you should be working, right? And you should, go about your purpose so that you can, help the common good. But hold up. At the end of the day, you also need to spend time with the people you love the most, and cherish like the very, very scarce moments. And that's what I don't like about all this hustle culture shit. And everybody talking about like being on your purpose and work. It's like, bro, like there needs to be a level of spending time with the people that you care about. So, and if you keep those scarce, then that makes them mean even more, which I've talked about previously. So yeah, I thought I'd just talk about vacation, because I know sometimes not all of us enjoy it, and not all of us enjoy it for different reasons. So I thought I'd talk about ways in which you can implement and actually start enjoying them, because I know I used to not enjoy a lot of my vacations, even though like I was like, damn, I really feel like I should be doing something better, or damn, like I wish I was here with like someone different, because like then I'd be enjoying it, which your mind's just kind of like lying to you, because who's to say like logically, right, like that you'd actually enjoy if you were here with someone else. So like the moment that you have there with those kinds of people in that moment is like a very, very scarce moment, especially like if it doesn't happen a lot, and if people are actually like enjoying themselves and things like that. So just try to reframe your mind. I think it's mostly a mindset kind of thing. I think it's less like a physical thing, unless you actually don't enjoy where you're going. Like if you don't like going to the beach, like stop going to the goddamn beach. Like it really isn't that difficult. Or if you have people forcing you, then just like be honest, bro, so you're not going somewhere you don't like. But again, one other thing is, a counter argument to this entire thing is sometimes on this vacation, okay, let me go through the story first. On my vacation, I was talking to someone, who has traveled a lot. He's much older than myself. He was like double my age, which is what he said, right? And he was talking about how basically the number one thing to know about traveling is that you have to get out of your comfort zone. If you don't go in with that in mind, then everywhere you travel is like a different terrain, different things, different experiences, different climates, different weathers, like all different. So like you're just not gonna enjoy some of that. But if you've like armed your mind with the right kind of framework and mindset, then you'll be like, oh yeah, these are just hurdles in the ways. Like for example, the bathroom experiences I had, bro, they were some of the most vile, but they trained me to be more okay with the bathrooms here that we have in like our hometown in Pakistan, right? So it was like, oh wow, okay, cool. And then some of the roads were really bad for the mountain areas, so I'm like looking at smooth roads and I'm like showing more gratitude that they're smooth, and I'm like, oh, that's so much better. And now I'm more adjusted to the heat. So keep that in mind, that like even if you don't like traveling some places and some areas for like vacations and things like that, right? Um, Go in and arm yourself with the expectation that look, like this, for this I'm going to have to get out of my comfort zone, and that's great because that's where the growth happens, right? So even on vacation the growth happens. So just yeah, arm yourself with the right mindsets, and I think you'll be just fine when it comes to vacations, because I know a lot of us struggle enjoying our vacations or feeling like we should be doing more instead of celebrating and taking a break, you know. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Peace.